What's up, Stans? This is John here, and I'm going to be doing my first live stream. So we're just going to kick around a little bit. I'd like to listen to the new Dreamcatcher album. So got go live first listen. So we're going to see how good indeed that album is. And I'm still getting the hang of this. So we're finding out how we're doing this whole thing. So I'm wondering how this even works. Yeah. I guess it's working now. Cool. All right. So we're gonna listen to the first the album, and first let's do, as we got put up my picture here. Sion. She's just absolutely stunning, just awesome. I actually grabbed this from a screenshot from her video. Well, from the video. So we're gonna listen to the album as soon as I get it queued up here. Well, the first song, we all know it, but we're gonna listen to it just because we can. I'm telling you, this song is definitely one of the best songs that I've heard, especially from Dreamcatcher. It just has everything. It's got the beats. It's got the reggaeton feel to it, and Dami just goes off on the rap. She just was like, "I'm taking no prisoners at all." So it's just beautiful. And then you have the bridge. It's just the soft vocals. It's just awesome. Just love hearing it every single time. I can listen to this song on repeat over and over and over again. Um, I gotta learn this. I have to definitely learn this song on the guitar because it's just awesome. The power chords and everything. And then Kayan is just, and then she's like the perfect one-two punch, you know, it, with her style and Dami's style just coming together. It just fits perfectly like a glove, especially in this song. I mean, more so in this song than any other song. And that guitar slide. It goes, woo. And her vocals just kills it right there, even in the live. And I've seen it on a couple of, like, I've pretty much watched every live stage on the show, M Bank, yeah, M Music Countdown, Music Bank, all of them, and can't get tired of it. Just watching it over and over and over again. Oh, Well, that's pretty cool. We go right back into some rain. So the next song we're listening to seems like it's out of order. Google Music album looks like this is supposed to be the intro, which sounds like video gamey. Oh, I know why. I had it on shuffle. Dum 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 dum. Take it off shuffle. That was pretty good, even for an intro. All right, let's listen to "Can't Get You Out of My Mind." Hmm. This sounds much different. Very different from usual Dreamcatcher I'm used to. It's almost like something you would hear at a club. You know what I like about Dreamcatcher and everything is that you could just tell they're musically talented. They got the vocals and everything to kind of do whatever they want to any song, and I really appreciate the fact that you know the label just allows them to explore that, especially with the title track Boca. It's just like three elements coming together. I really appreciate the fact that they allow them to do that, and it shows, and it's good music. I mean, it's good music, and I really enjoy it. I think somebody said that Dreamcatcher B-sides are not to be missed. Whoever that was, I forgot who it was, but I have to find you in the comments. You are absolutely right. Absolutely 100% right. Damn. You know, I don't know, just keeps getting more and more impressed by them. More and more I listen to them. Just to think about it, this is a group that was something else entirely. They were like bubblegum pop, cutie pop, and I like some cutie pop too. I'm big fan of Twice and everything, but they changed it up and they did something, and they're the only ones doing what they're doing. And I don't know, I have a feeling or a belief that the industry is really kind of scared of what Dreamcatcher can be and what they can do, because they have the potential to kind of flip everything up on its end, because with their version or their genre coming out, and it is got appeal. It's got appeal to anyone that listens to it that's not a K-pop fan. It's just enough to bring you in. Just enough rock to bring you in, and it's just enough to kind of break that whole mold of what people think K-pop is. Now, for me as a new K-popper, I got into K-pop for the actual the true K-pop groups out there, BTS, Twice, Blackpink, all those guys that you hear a lot about, and even doing the G Friend series that I'm doing now, and kind of getting starting from their first songs onto their latest songs and everything, doing Monster X and everything. Dreamcatcher, there's nothing else. There's nobody like them right now, and it's they're just something else, and it's almost like the industry doesn't really want them to succeed. I know there was that whole thing with the voting on trying to get their first win and everything, and how the voting was a little bit fudgy or whatever. I tend to believe it. I tend to believe the fact that it was a little fudgy, and the fans are just, it's almost like you become a fan and you take on the struggle of trying to get Dreamcatcher to be noticed. To show it to other people, to say, hey, take a look at this. This is not what you think it might be. I get lots of reactions or lots of views for my Dreamcatcher reactions, because those are the people that, want to see others experience it for the first time. And I like even seeing reactors that know nothing about Dreamcatcher when they say, oh, I've never heard of them before. I don't know what they're about. And then when they hit, and then they go, what the hell am I listening to? Well, you're listening to something new. You're listening to something different. You're listening to something that, you're listening to, 7 women, most recently 6, that have really a lot of talent. And their dancing and their choreography is extremely underrated. I mean, everything, I watch their choreography from Chase Me all the way down, all the dance practices. And every single song has a spot or a portion of their choreography that is like, you go, that's cool. I like that. And then you look at them all dancing, and they're all great dancers, and they're dancing to music that usually is not, typically that you would think, people would dance to. And they're so good. They're so in sync. They're so, together, and whoever does the choreography for them, really kills it. I mean, really kind of understands, what Dreamcatcher is, and gives you that, that visuals that you want to see, that just makes it enjoyable to even watch them perform on stage, to watch them do their dance practices. It's really fun to watch, and I'm really hoping that this new single and everything, because they just keep getting better. From Scream, from Deja Vu, they just keep getting better, and I'm hoping that they get so good that the industry can't ignore them ignore them anymore. I'm taking a look at the chats. Why did you come to my home is such a bop. Yeah, and even like their older stuff wasn't bad. It was just the fact that there was so much saturation in the market at the time for groups that had that same concept. They really couldn't break out. But see, now they're in a situation now where they have they have a unique sound, and they just can't seem to get the industry's attention, to get the push. Maybe if they were with a bigger label, maybe they might get more of the push. I would say that they have a better chance of being really successful internationally than any of the bigger groups out there, because their appeal can be more wide based. Their music, even though it's like got a rock tinge to it, is more palatable for the masses. And even their songs, you think about their songs and their choreography and everything. Imagine those songs being performed on a large stage. That was like, when I was watching all the choreography, and especially with Boca, imagine that being performed on a large stage with all their dancers and everything. That could just be like amazing to watch them put on a show like that. And it would just be fun, and it would just be energy driven, and I think people would walk out of the concert just exhausted from all of what they seen and everything. Let's see, they said in their V app live videos that our hardest choreography to learn was black or white. The most thing the most tiring was Chase Me, and the easiest to learn surprisingly was Scream. Yeah, Scream was the choreography for Scream really wasn't that difficult from kind of looking at it. There was a lot of they arms and hand movement and everything during certain portions of it, but Chase Me had a lot of arm and hand movements and everything. I like some of the visuals that they do, and I'm going to bring it up because you guys could take a look at my wallpapers and everything. And Dreamcatcher song Deja Vu. We'll do this one. This one might work. Commercials. Skip. We're gonna go to like this. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what part I'm talking about. See, now I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh, here it is. This is it right here. You don't see anybody doing that formation and that way that smoothly. It was almost like it was special effects. When I first saw it, I was like, the way they're just in tune and in time like that, it's a visual that just sticks with you. And and they do it every single video. There's always something, some visual, some move, some whatever that really kind of just translates, and it translates very well, and I enjoy watching it. Let's listen to Dear. And you're right, Deja Vu is a masterpiece. It's a damn masterpiece. I mean, this one is just a a ballad. Like there's five songs on this album, including the intro, and you have Boca that gives you everything. Yeah, Break the Wall, which I've heard before, which is like in the middle of a rock ballad that kind of picks up at the end, and then Can't Get You Out of My Mind, which is like straight, almost like a club feel, and then this Dear here just seems like, okay, now we're gonna hit you with a ballad. Beautiful. Just they have so much talent. I mean, is there anything these girls can't do? Uh, Dreamcatcher's songs for the fans: "Dear," "Over the Sky," "Full Moon." I love "Full Moon." Um, they cry on stage when they sing them. I tried getting or streaming some of their concerts, and they they don't really have a lot out there. At least some good quality concerts that you can see, um, really see them well on. I might have to just like maybe see if they ever have, any of their concerts actually for sale on DVD, so that I can, kind of experience it. But it's something that I really hope that they really get a chance to, do a big, not, it doesn't have to be super huge dome show, just something with, where the label puts some real money and everything behind it, because it seems like they put a lot of effort behind, when they do live stages, because their live stages are completely like, you know, are awesome. You know, their live stages, their their sets, their costumes, the dancers that they have in there are are just they're just top notch, and they put all that effort into the live stages. I'd like to see them put the effort into putting on a concert. Um, there is something they can't do: disappoint. That's true. You know, I have not heard a single song that I did not like about them. And this stream, this is like my first stream, and it wasn't supposed to be all about Dreamcatcher, but hey, that's where it's going. So, um, it's it's something that I think the industry absolutely positively needs uh, a group or a group like Dreamcatcher to succeed, because it shows that K-pop can give you something for everybody. Every concept, everything you want to hear, you can get out of K-pop. And I think it would be smart for them to really kind of get behind a group that has talent. It's not like you're pushing something that doesn't have talent. Like the girls from Blackpink are, they're talented and everything, but their label just mishandles them poorly. And coming out with comebacks every year or so, and really not kind of growing with the fans is something disappointing to see. But yet, they're pushed out there. They're everywhere. They're trying to push them overseas. A lot of that is because they have a lot of streaming. Like, I'm sorry, not streaming, but social media influence. They're on Instagram. They're on Facebook. They're on all the social media, so people can readily find them. Anywhere. And then you find out, oh, they're actually in a group. And every song they kind of put out, like Pink does, it sounds similar, except the new one that's out, Ice Cream, is kind of different from any of the other ones. But I think more so, I think Selena Gomez signing on to that, I think her people had said, you got to do something, you know, different than what you've been doing. Because if you're going to put Selena Gomez on it, it can't be like all the other songs. And I'm really interested to know, because I really haven't looked it up, to see if YG was actually the people that produced that particular song. But you see groups like, like I said, like Blackpink being put out there, and not to say that they're less talented, not trying to get into a fan war, but just saying that when you get Dreamcatcher, it's almost like you're getting a meal with lots of different courses. Whereas if you get, Blackpink, you're kind of getting dessert. You're getting ice cream, and that's what you're getting. So, I would like to see them really kind of get behind groups that can offer something a little different to fans if they're trying to get that international influence and everything out there, because these girls are talented. They have the vocals, they have the stage presence. Every single one of their performances just offer that stage presence. Um, let's see. I just hope that the Dreamcatcher company don't give up on them, considering that they're 94, 95s. I don't think that they will. I think ultimately, in the end, I think that record sales and things like one thing really good to kind of see is their record sales, because if they're selling records and the company is making money, then companies are going to continue to put out keep putting out albums if it's going to keep making them money. It's like, why do they keep making Mission Impossible movies? Because they keep making money. There was a couple of ones in there in the middle that really didn't make a whole lot of money, but they still kept putting them out because they were making a little bit more than what they were spending, until like the most recent ones that kind of went back up there again, just like the Resident Evil movies. I'm a big fan of those. Those didn't make a lot of money, but every single movie that came out made a little bit more than what it cost to make it. So with Dreamcatcher, as long as they still keep being booked on award shows, and here I am looking at, every time you look, you see that they're on another, live stage, and they're putting them on there for a reason, because anybody who is not performing or not giving them ratings, they're not going to keep asking them back. So, it shows that they are showing, and right now, I'm surprised that Polka only has 20 million views. It could definitely have more views than that. Just think with more exposure, they're going to get more views eventually. And you'll start to see talent will show. Eventually talent will show. And they're not going to go anywhere, because as long as fans like us continue to buy their records, continue to stream their music, and everything, they're going to continue to make music, or keep putting stuff out. And I think their key is, if they can make it in the West, which I think, in the West, or even overseas, or even internationally, that's really going to wake people up and say, these girls got talent, these girls got skills. Scream reached 20 million views in the first 5 months. Boca reached 20 million in 2 to 3 weeks. The fan base is growing. That's true. Getting that many views in that short amount of time, and maybe because I was doing a spreadsheet where I was doing a series of the top 10 K-pop songs for the week, and I would go and look at the top 30 songs and look at every YouTube video and record how many views they had, how many show wins they had, if they had a record, how many record sales they had, and then I would put it in my spreadsheet, and it would spit out an algorithm and actually rank the artist by show wins, record sales, YouTube views, increase YouTube viewership from previous week to this week. It took a lot of work to put it together, but the videos didn't get a lot of views, so I stopped doing it. I don't know if I should continue to do that, but I'm pretty sure if I had put Dreamcatcher, I stopped it right before Dreamcatcher came out, and I'm almost positive that if I had put Dreamcatcher in the algorithm, I would have seen Dreamcatcher's views, increasing more and more by the week, and they would have been climbing up the ladder as far as with rankings and things like that, because I don't know if they're ever going to get their first show win. I don't know if they did already. I was away for about a week and a half, so I used to watch the shows, and I haven't been able to watch them for a week and a half, so I don't know if they got their first show win. I would think that on the YouTube thing I would see it, but maybe they will, maybe they won't. It's not the kiss of death if they don't, but it would be nice to see them get the recognition that they deserve, because the next one coming out, next song, I guarantee you, mark my words now, the next comeback they come out, it's going to be better than this one. I don't know how it could get any better, but it just shows progression as they get more and more comfortable in the genre. They kind of got their first win, but it was stolen. Yeah, I saw all of that, the way they calculated it, and how they would have had to have negative points for Dreamcatcher not to be able to have more points than, I think it was Everglow. So the only way, the way they kind of showed the numbers on the screen, you would add it up, it should have been, Dreamcatcher should have won. But the 0 that they had gotten had to have been negative points to the way they tallied it up for them to get the final number that was at the bottom. So it's disheartening if that is in fact what goes on those shows. That'd be pretty messed up if that is what's going on in those shows. But I would not be surprised at all, because it just seems like that industry, they push who they want to push, and they give, they kind of give props to who they want to give props to, and give airtime to who they want to give airtime to. So, they didn't win the show last week. They would have won
that if it was during the first week's promotion, basically DC fought against the first week promoters during their second week because the show in the first week got canceled. So annoying.
Oh, so I did see that one of their shows wasn't, and I don't know if it had anything to do with everything that's going on with the, with the C word. Can't really say it, but seeing if, once everything kind of gets sort of back to normal. But I don't think Boca's their last chance because they're going to come out with another comeback. And I honestly 100% believe that it's going to be better than this one, because they just seem to be getting better at, doing. And then once you kind of establish the way Boca did, kind of introducing a little bit more different sounds, the sounds that obviously that you hear on B-sides, it allows them to be able to do more. They can do anything they want right now. They can just come out with a song that is completely different and maybe kind of put a little bit of spattering of that Dreamcatcher signature sound, and it'll be all right. It'll be okay because they have shown that they can meld all three genres together in the last song, Boca. You had soft ballad, bridge, you had hard reggaeton beats in the beginning, and then you had hard rock chorus. And they put it all together. They said, here's everything. So they can do whatever they want next because, they've proven that they can. And they have the vocal chops, and they have the stage presence, and they have the ability to dance their butts off, to really perform and put on a good show on stage. And it's fun to watch, especially as a new K-pop fan. It doesn't know a lot about, still learning a whole lot about them. Kind of wish I had gotten into Dreamcatcher, like I'm getting into the series of the other K-pop groups that I'm reacted to, Monsta X, G Friend, and everything, starting out with like their first song. But once I heard Scream, I was like, what is this? And this started binging everything, all the way through. So I had already and I don't think I would have been able to wait a week to listen to the next one anyway. I would have been trying to, hear the next thing, hear the next thing, hear the next thing. Because after Chase Me Goodnight and all those other ones, I just kept going with it. Excited for more of your Luna reactions. I'm going to be doing a Luna reaction. Like I said, I was away. My mom is moved to where I'm at, so we packed a U-Haul truck. I went to go get her in Connecticut, packed a U-Haul truck and drove 4 days, me and my brother, here. So I was monitoring on my phone the how my videos were doing and everything, but I wasn't able to upload or anything. So I dropped a bunch of ones today, but I'm gonna do Luna. Tomorrow. I was just kind of pounding away doing all the videos, so I'm going to do Luna tomorrow. It's so hard to keep Luna in order, to keep jumping, jumping around, and people were saying, no, this person came out before this person came out before this person. So it was hard to kind of get, and people were nice enough to put in the comments, this verse, and then I couldn't find it and everything, so I just I lost track of it. But I really enjoyed Luna because, like, Luna with Dreamcast, Luna has an appeal or a genre. I don't even know what you want to call them. Every single time I reacted to the different artists, it was like somebody different. It was like they were different artists. I mean, it was a different song. It was a different everything. I was like, I didn't know what I was going to get. Like, I think in a couple of the reaction videos, I said, I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'm going to get Luna. So into the Lunaverse I go. And it was satisfying. Not a single one of them were songs that I was like, ugh. I didn't, I liked all of them. And to watch them kind of, to come together at the end, which will be exciting once I get through everybody's solo thing, and then kind of go on to, reacting to more of their together stuff. Is exciting, and watching and knowing that there are varieties like Luna, like Dreamcatcher, like Card. Card is one of my favorite groups. simply because they're also something different. Yes, they're a mixed gender band and everything, but they're all I love all of their songs, and they have a sound that I'm used to. That uh, um, they say Caribbean. I don't even want to call it Caribbean because I would say it would be like a Hispanic Latin beat. That's what really strikes me. I don't think it's Caribbean. I think it's more Latin. That I love, and they're underrated too. They don't get a lot of love at all, and there might even be some talk that they might not be able to continue their label. Um, let's see. It's like my screen is way over there and I can't see the comments. Uh, Excited. Okay, their bridge is usually Sion's part, usually a ballad, but Boca's bridge is Giu. I did notice that. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Luna's a big project. They're so amazing. Have you seen Ace Goblin? No, I haven't. They're a boy group. Um, I I am totally like I got asked the other day to react to a J-pop group. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Look it over in the comments, see it if anybody has any kind of opinion about that because my channel is K-pop World, and somebody asked me to react to a J-pop group. Kind of put their name and the title of their thing up there. So I was like, I want to, but I don't know if that'll be like not good to have on a K-pop channel. So I'm putting it out there for anybody who has any kind of feeling about it. Either way, like keep the K-pop and the J-pop separate, or can we meld them together? Because there are so many groups out there, and just even seeing just with this last suggestion that I don't know about. There are some that I do, but I've gotten to a point where I stopped searching and just kind of letting people guide me of, hey, check this out. Hey, check that out. And it's gotten me an awesome playlist. This playlist got me through 4 days of driving. And my mom is a K-pop, well, she's not a K-pop fan, but she never heard of K-pop before. And I played it the entire 30 some odd hours of driving that we were doing, and she never got tired of it. So she was really kind of surprised of what she was listening to, and she said all of this is upbeat. I really like the sound and everything. So there's so much out there that I was able to fill with people's suggestions, fill an entire playlist that I probably only listened to a couple of songs twice throughout the whole entire trip. Let's see. Somebody said it's fine, I guess, to react to some J-pop stuff. We do K-pop and J-pop fans don't get along? Is that what I don't want to dive in or delve into some like a minefield. Luna is just now getting a lot of attention in Korea. Really, I did not know that. Thought that they were kind of not big, but I thought that they were really kind of a little bit established. J-pop is fine, but the quality is much less consistent because of a lot of groups. They don't really focus on performance and more on the idol side. That'll be interesting to see. Because the one thing I did notice about K-pop is that even the culture, which is something that I love culture when people kind of do have culture and everything and something, and meaning like the terminologies, stan and shipping and all this other kind of stuff like that. I like that because I'm 12 years in the Navy. We had different names for everything, from floor to ceiling to a door a door is called a hatch, or floor is called the wall is called bulkhead, and the floor is called a deck, and everything, and all that other kind of like different kind of jargon talk is what I see in K-pop. Somebody saying J-pop is a little different. Um, Wondering how do K-pop groups cross over to the Japanese market? Because few have, I guess. Twice was really popular in doing that, and wondering how hard is that, seeing as though if J-pop is really that different. Um, Luna has the most memes though. I haven't come across those yet, but uh, when I get to learn all of the members in the group, yes, K-pop is more of a well-planned choreos. J-pop is more singing. J-pop music videos might get you copyright. Yeah, that's something that I also kind of noticed is that even when K-pop artists do Japanese versions of songs, they're really hard to get them to be posted on YouTube because they get a copyright ban on it. So that was also something that I was a little bit leery about, because when the person said J-pop, I was like, yeah, thinking that if I tried to react to them, that it would be very hard to get it posted, because then it would probably get copyrighted. I think I might have a way around that. When I was doing So Young's "I Will Always Love You," that was a chore and a half. Even so much I embarrassed myself by accidentally putting the wrong artist posted on there, as because I was looking for different versions of So Young's I Will Always Love You, and I typed it in, and I don't speak Korean and I don't read Korean, and I thought it was a younger version of her. And I did the video, and somebody said, no, that's a different person, and I was like, I was super embarrassed. I think only maybe a handful of people saw it before a person put it on the comments that this is not So Young, this is somebody different. But I had to actually put copyright breaks in the entire video to avoid copyright block, because I was getting copyright blocked every single time I put it up, and I didn't understand why other reactors were able to post that same video and not get blocked. Well, some were getting blocked, but post that video and not get blocked, and finding a way around putting in that copyright like a break for 15-20 seconds, then I was able to get the video uploaded. Let's see. K-pop music. Okay, that it reflect even. My eyes are so bad. That is a reflect even in the way that they do the sound engineering. It sometimes feels like JP producers try to remove a bit too much of one's vocal tone. It's more mild. Not sure how to describe it. React to more G-Friend. I saw your Mi Gusta reaction. Yeah, that definitely more G-Friend. I think I drop them every Monday. Every Monday I'm doing G-Friend, the video, and also the dance practice. So I'm doing all of their music. So more is to come with G-Friend. I really like them because they have a sound, and their sound is very recognizable, and their choreography is just on point. When they do the 2 times dance and everything, you could tell why they're good at it. They're just good teamwork. They just they work well together, and they really take advantage of their strengths. And I dropped a new G-Friend reaction to Rough, and I remarked on how their body types are similar, and how when they do some of their moves, their legs are all, for the most part, the same length, and they take advantage of that when they do their choreo, because their long lines are able to really translate in their choreography when they do their choreography. So that's a strength that they have, and they really take advantage of that. I'm a new subscriber, and I was wondering if you react to US
and Popsicle, please. A girl group with from different countries.
Yeah, I'll react to anything that people want to suggest. It's fun to do it because I like to have people. But you guys want me to react to these things? Feel free to just share it in the comments when I do, to tell me about the group, because I want you guys to have fun as you watch me react to the groups, your favorites. Tell me about them. Tell me some things, fangirl, fanboy, all over the place in the comments. I love seeing that, and I love responding to it because I'm a nerd, and I love to learn new things all the time. So whenever somebody tells me something, I really kind of just take it in, and I enjoy that they're sharing that with me, and then I learn a whole lot about a group that I didn't know. Like with Monster X, I know that I guess one of the members left the group because of some controversy or something like that. So, I didn't know that until I reacted to him and somebody, put it in the comments. And, also I didn't know that Super M was like a, almost like a super group, of different people from different, places coming together. And I didn't know that. So these are things that I learned. Even who the guy was in the pink mask in the Say Your Name video. I had no idea who that guy was. I just thought it was some weirdo making a sundae in a video, and somebody told me that, who that person was. And it made me feel a whole lot better because I was kind of creeped out about it. But, kind of learning about that was fun because I get to learn about K-pop. I'm brand new, and people can just fill my head up with all of this new world that I'm getting into. If you want to get the gist of the difference in philosophy between K-pop and J-pop producers, you can feel it when you comparing J-pop and K-pop release of group like iZone. G-Friend guitar solos, they do it almost every song. I love that. As you can tell, I have a guitar in the background. Behind it is actually an electric guitar. I was in a band in my younger days, so I love playing guitar. I love hearing it, hence why I like Dreamcatcher and everything. So that was, seeing them do that in their videos was a welcome sight, because it's not easy to just stick a guitar solo in. A lot of people say, oh, you can stick a guitar solo in anywhere. To make it fit into a song is difficult, especially if it's not like a hard rock song, but yet they pull it off like every single time. I'm wondering if there's ever going to be a time where it shows up and I'm like, nope, that didn't work. We'll see. Let's see. I can recommend 2 insanely underrated girl groups for you to check out. Elaris and Dream Note. Yes. I will check. I actually react to. I have a list of comebacks, K-pop comebacks that who are smaller groups or whatever, and I love reacting to those. I actually reacted to an artist who doesn't get a lot of views and everything, and it was nice to see the artist kind of reach back out to me and say, thank you for reacting to the song, and then that's it. So you want to make sure that they just wanted to let me know, thank you for reacting to the song, and they didn't want anything else. And I'm like, I'm not asking for anything else, but I think that was pretty cool that they that they reached out. It took me a while to kind of look at it and go, is this really who I think it is? So I'm just following faith and saying it was that person after looking at their Facebook and checking out the Instagram that was coinciding with it. It seemed like it all fit together. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to say, you're full of crap. You're not who you think you are. Might as well just kind of just go with it. So I love doing underrated groups because underrated groups, that's what kind of got me a little bit of a lot of the views that I have now with So Yang, because I didn't know who she was. And she actually gets the most views on my channel. And she's a phenomenal vocalist. And that was somebody who wasn't, on my radar really big in the mainstream. But reacting to her got me a lot of subscribers, got me a lot of views, and kind of kept me, motivated to, hey, I could release content, and, a couple of people will watch it. Um, in Dreamcatcher's Mayday, the fans got to be in the band with Dreamcatcher, so you have a chance to be with them, play your guitar. I would absolutely 100% just die if any of them said, hey, play your guitar in our song or on stage. I would be able to die a happy man. 100% happy. I would love to do that, and they seem like they would be, cool enough to do that. They don't seem inaccessible. I did watch a few of their content of them, in hotel rooms. Those girls love to eat. They like to, kind of film them ordering room service and eating, which is good, because it shows that they're, normal and human. Yes, Elris. They have been flying under the radar for 3 years. It's a bit sad. Let me know if I'm saying. I mean, I might be butchering these names. Labam also. Not even sure if they still are active at this point. Sua actually looked and kind of leaned on one of the guys, fan playing the guitar. I wonder why he's still breathing. My heart would stop. I think Sion has the ability to stop a man's heart, like easy, like boom, my heart stopped. I'm dead. But I would think that they would just be totally just cool chicks to hang out with. I usually like a lot of unknown groups, but sadly, they don't last long. And it's true. The groups out there that like I was saying before with Dreamcatcher, when someone's saying hopefully they don't, stop releasing Dreamcatcher albums. If they don't make money, they can't release. But with your people's ability to be able to publish their own music, well, at least put their own stuff out on YouTube and stuff like that, there's a chance that you could still have your favorites and still kind of listen to the groups that are not that well known. We have an ability to kind of be exposed to all types of music, even people who are not in the mainstream, via the YouTube, via whatever, and kind of just and get your music that way. Google Music, sometimes I don't get the fans or the groups that I want to listen to because they haven't made it on Google Music, and I have a subscription. Boca wasn't on there when it first dropped. It wasn't on there for like a day and a half, and I had to listen to the music video version of it in my car, so that I could hear the song, because I was just so hooked on it. It came out, on Google Music a couple days later, and I was able to get it into my playlist. But a lot of artists, we can have exposure to via, YouTube, and hopefully that's me reacting to those lesser known groups. Maybe gets gets people kind of interested in something they might not have looked at before because of what you just see on the shows in Korea, and then what you see in the States. Here is you're gonna see BTS, and that's basically it on on shows, late night shows and things like that. You're not gonna see anybody else, so us international fans have to rely on getting Korea on demand and watching it stream. By the way, $6.99. I think I pay $6.99 a month, and I'm think I'm gonna upgrade so I can watch all the other shows and then watch it without commercials. But and then YouTube. And YouTube content is the only way us international fans are going to be able to listen to our favorite K-pop groups. I usually like a lot. Okay, Dreamcatcher won't stop. Just look at Sahara MV. They can release videos with zero funds. Anybody. I mean, look at me. I'm here on YouTube. I can't dance, at least not without a couple of drinks in me. and you're able to kind of reach out. I can't sing. I can sing really well in the shower. You can reach out and still reach people via the YouTube and self-publishing and things like that. Just with K-pop being run by the labels more so than any other genre of music. I guess you can call K-pop a genre, even though K-pop has got so many different subgenres in it. YG and JYP and SM Entertainment and Big Hit now with BTS. It's those companies, they kind of run it, and they really control what we take in. That's why it's so frustrating to watch YG half-ass Blackpink so much, and I really wanted to like them so much, but just watching the way YG just puts out half-ass stuff and then expects people to just lap it up, just because you're starving. You get a drop, a comeback, and then you wait a year, and then another comeback. So of course, their music videos are going to get a lot of views. I actually did the math. If you add up all of Blackpink's views to all of their music videos and major music videos, and then you add up all of the views, so let's say Twice music videos, and you add them together, Blackpink only beats them out by maybe a 200 million here or there, maybe even less than that. That's because of the simple catalog. With Blackpink only releasing a few, you're going to get more views, with fewer videos, where you have a group like Twice is going to get more views. It's going to get more views kind of spread out between like a lot of videos. Plus, Blackpink fans or Blinks, they don't buy albums. They just don't. It shows in their sales. They don't buy their EPs. They don't buy their singles. They don't buy stuff like that. And when you don't buy stuff like that, you're forced to stream it on YouTube over and over and over again until the next drop. So, kind of going off on that tangent. No, I don't think DC is going anywhere. They managed to survive this long, tour abroad without winning. Nothing can kill them at this point. It's true, they're Teflon, and it almost makes me feel like the industry is almost like they don't want them to succeed. A bit. They're scared of what they can do. Like, they're not exactly sure how to handle them. So they'll keep appearing on shows, but they're really not backing them. Where they can back them, and they can just widen out their base of people who listen to K-pop. So Dreamcatcher won first place in Taiwan for TEE. What's TEE? I don't know. Or TAA. I don't know what. Is that an award? I don't know what that is. There is a group that I like to call Bad Kids, because they have changed members 19 times, but they're still trying to have a comeback even though they don't have a lot of money. Changing members, I mean, you like the lineup to Van Halen. It keeps changing different, or AC/DC or wherever. They keep changing members and retooling the group and coming out, with albums and things like that. I guess it's doable in K-pop. I know that there's subgroups and then there's other groups that actually graduate members and they move on to other things, and they keep replenishing or getting new members in. I don't think that's a good idea, because if you want to be popular over international, as I can only really speak for in the West, a group has got Americans got to get to know the group, to know a group, especially a group in K-pop that's big, because some K-pop groups are just huge. You got to keep them consistent. You got to learn all of them, and you have to see the same people. You can't keep swapping them out to different people, because then when somebody gets swapped out, an American thinks, oh well, something happened and maybe we shouldn't be watching them anymore. Maybe they suck, or maybe they don't get along and their chemistry is not good. We just can't compute in our heads that members can change out, and it's just about the group concept instead of individuals. Because when somebody does something solo in Western culture and music, the first thing we think is band's breaking up. They're breaking up. Somebody's doing better than somebody else, and they're going to start fighting, and then there's going to be haters, hating on this person's success individually and things like that. But in K-pop, people can do something solo and still come back to the group. Can they do that in the West? Not so easily. So you have to really kind of package them and keep them together, and you got to really kind of explain, if they do something solo, this isn't because the band is breaking up. It's just because they're just doing something for the collective good of the group. There's a group. Okay, negative expert preference score in Deja Vu to be canceled show in Boca first week, which was a sure win. Really fishy. Yeah, when they first came out with Boca, it really had a lot of momentum. I thought for sure they were going to get their first win. I think even on a show, and I'm not exactly sure why this was, but I was really super excited to see the first live stage with Boca. I don't know what show it was, but they advertised on the previous week, Dreamcatcher, come back next week. And the show came out, and they had Dreamcatcher was doing black and white, and I was confused because I didn't understand why they were doing. And I don't think it was a recent performance. I think it was a taped one or something. I just was really pissed off once I saw it. I was like, what? And and I waited this whole week to see it, over the weekend to see it, and then not see them do Boca. I was just like, I didn't watch the whole thing. But I just got mad, and I was wondering maybe there was something going on with that as well. Why wasn't Boca, on the show like they had previously advertised that they were going to have on the show? So I was just confused on how that whole thing kind of went on. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see as I'm learning how K-pop is, and learning the different groups, and seeing talent, and then seeing other groups that have maybe less talent, and you see more of them, gets frustrating to me. But luckily, the way K-pop is, there's a lot of content. Everybody's got a YouTube channel. They seem to be, you can find enough Dreamcatcher to soothe your palate. You can find enough Card to soothe your palate. You can find enough anybody to soothe your palate, to kind of get your fix of your favorite group, which is something you don't see in the West. When's the last time I see Metallica do anything other than show up at a concert? And they don't even show up on shows anymore. They're just too big to show up on a late night show or whatnot. And then MTV is a joke. Ever since they kind of snubbed BTS, when they snubbed BTS, they kind of snubbed K-pop, because they were the biggest group going around this year, and they were left out of a lot of nominations. So not even letting K-pop in the door, or maybe only allowing you to see certain groups that they want you to see, having BTS on the Video Music Awards, which is, I always think those are a joke anyway. But showing them on a music award, but then kind of snubbing them on so many other categories, you wonder about other groups like Dreamcatcher and other groups like even Twice, as big as they are, trying to break into the Western market. MTV is going to like who they're going to like, and they're going to put out who they're going to put out. And I think they're probably their next person they're going to try to push really bad is Blackpink.
They really hate on Dreamcatcher. As a matter of fact, Dreamcatcher is the most fun to watch on the variety shows. I did catch a couple of variety shows where they were on, and they only showed them for a little bit. I think they kind of just did little touch and goes on there. I kind of wish there was more of them on there. They are the only K-pop group to finish the Trans Songlation Challenge at the first try. Don't know what that is. I don't know if that's on the variety shows. I'd like to see them do the 2 times dance though, because I think they could knock it out. And they did it twice in the Scream and the Boca era. DC's comeback is announced a month before. Nevertheless, it frustrates the hell out of me. Um, it they're it's interesting to see the list that I have and how comebacks just kind of pop up and then some comebacks disappear, and seeing Dreamcatcher kind of pop up, out of the blue, and I was like, oh, look at that. And if there was a lot more promotion to it, maybe it might have hit harder. I think it's hitting pretty well for not having a lot of promotion. I show the video to whomever's going to watch it or whoever is willing to watch it, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to love what they're seeing. 9 times out of 10 they're going to love the visuals. 9 times out of 10 they're going to love the vocals. 9 times out of 10 they're going to be like, what, is this K-pop? And I didn't know this was K-pop. Everybody has almost the same, the same reaction to, what am I watching? This is something new. Just like with Luna, what am I watching? This is something new. This is something different. But there is something to be said for groups that are popular and do make it and are in the mainstream, and they're popular for a reason. Much respect to BTS, much respect to Twice, especially Twice, because yes, I'm a once. Yes, I like the cutesy theme, but the reason why I like them so much, Twice so much, and Twice is the reason why I even got into K-pop. I was fiddling around on YouTube. Don't know how it happened, but more and more popped up on my video feed, recommendation. And I was like, wow, look at all these. And then I saw Sana with red hair, and I'm a sucker for redheads. And I'm like, whoa, what's this? So I hit it, and I go, oh, this is K-pop. And then was sucked in, and then started to kind of learn all of their discography and then all of their content. And the reason why that I was able to really palette the cute concept, even in the beginning, even though now they've gotten a little bit more away from the cute concept, was because that's who they are. When you watch their content and you watch them not, doing V-Lives and stuff like that, they're just a bunch of silly girls. And they're just having fun. They pick at each other. They're happy-go-lucky most of the time. And you get to know them, and when they're performing and they're doing their thing, it's not fake. It's not something that they're like kind of just, oh, they're just being like that. The one reason why I really couldn't palate Blackpink when I first heard them was they were coming off so hard, but something in me was saying that's not who they are. And then watching their content and seeing that's really not who they are, kind of soured me a little bit. But then I was able to separate the two and appreciate the music that they're putting out. So it's like Cardi B. Cardi B is Cardi B, whether she's in front of the microphone or whether she's on Twitter. You're gonna get who you're gonna get, and why she comes out with a song called WAP. So there you're going, yep, there that is. That was definitely, she'll come out with something like that. I will wait for your G-Friend reaction. Please try Rough, and I just did Rough. Rough dropped today, so check that out. I did the dance practice and the music video, so check that out. Exactly, they have black edgy side and a pink soft side, hence Blackpink. Yeah, I didn't see the pink side. I saw the black side. Me as an African American, I saw the black side. I didn't see the pink side. Maybe more so on their other songs or whatnot, but I didn't see that when I came out with it. Just like Red Velvet, love Red Velvet. They got 2 concepts. They got a smooth R&B type, adult type of concept, and they have like the cutesy type of upbeat concept.
and I like that, and I like that a lot. And seeing them kind of show both of those sides uh, was fun to watch. And as I was exploring them, with Blackpink, I didn't see the other side. Now with Ice Cream, I see that. I like that song. So, I saw that pink side, and I'm like, okay, I can get with that. So I saw that side. So hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more of the pink side. I think they could do well having that duality and really kind of kill it. But the scales are like way off right now. They're doing a whole lot of bad girl concept, and everything. So I'm really looking forward to them kind of showing their other side. Okay, not rough. Sorry, meant fingertip. Oh, somebody's drunk. uh, let's see where is fingertip on the. We could. Because I'm reacting in order of release. So they are geography. Chief MD discography. Okay, well that's going to be next because I've already heard Navarella. I've already heard that. It's already on my playlist. It's how that actually got me into G-Fran. So not gonna do a reaction to that one because one of the things I promised. I'm sitting too close to the microphone, so it's probably overdriving. One of the things that I promised on my reaction is that I wasn't going to pretend like I haven't heard something and then react to it, which is something that I have problems with other reactors, and kind of interested to see how you guys feel about it too, because to me I just see a lot of reactors just kind of every song is fire, like every single song they listen to is like the greatest thing they've ever heard, and I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. I get there's going to be some songs that are like really good, that you're really going to have a reaction to, and then there's going to be some songs that you just kind of don't know yet. Everybody in the world has heard a song and you heard it the first time and said, okay. And then you hear it again and you go, I like it. Then you hear it again, you're like, okay, I like it. A lot of times you don't hear a song on the first go and you go, oh, I love it. Boca, on the first time I heard it, I liked it. Then the second time I heard it, I loved it. But I promise that I'm not going to overreact. I'm going to try to find something that I like about a song, even if I don't like the song, but I'm not going to pretend like I like the song. So I kind of thought maybe there are some reactors out there to actually watch the video, figure out how they're going to react, and then react. And then actually film the reaction. Because, I don't know, maybe they're just really super excited to see what they see on the screen. I don't get it. But I'm not afraid to kind of just go, I don't know what I'm watching yet. I'm not sure yet. I like that part. I don't like that part. Or just maybe just kind of soaking it in, and just kind of listening to what kind of really listening to what you're, taking in what you're listening to. So Navarella, I'm not gonna pretend like I haven't seen that one. So Fingertip is next after that. So I will be reacting to that, actually filming that reaction pretty soon. So I'll be doing that one. I used to enjoy Blackpink. Well, wait a minute. Reaction to Training, Yuju Mermaid Diva Project. Is Yuju a solo artist? I used to enjoy Blackpink, but their music has gotten a bit disappointing lately, not really aligning with my taste anymore. That's an interesting, because I was watching another channel, and somebody was saying how every time Blackpink comes out with a song, it's almost like they're kind of debuting. So it's like they're appealing to a debut audience every single time, and they're really not kind of growing with their fandom. I wonder if that's something that people are seeing, when they do listen to a Blackpink song. Yes, I like Navarella the most. It's just so energetic, and again, the guitar solos. Yes. By the way, they seem like they're having fun, but watch the MV. They're he states otherwise. Plus, there's a ghost in there. Okay, I might have to check that out. To be fair, reactors will likely get stormed in the comments. Yes, if they say the wrong thing, so sometimes they default into liking everything, even when they really don't like it. That is so absolutely true, because I'm waiting for to get hate, and the only reason why I haven't gotten as much hate as I've gotten is because I'm a small channel. I'm just starting out, you know. So, you know, I'm not getting like a wide breadth of trolls out there that just want to, bang on somebody who's gonna, hit on their favorite artist. But you can't. I don't know. To me, you're so much more credible if you watch somebody and you know that they're gonna have not like a Simon Cowell type of reaction where you're just gonna drill it into the ground. I'm not going to put up a video that I absolutely can't stand, unless I'm gonna parody it or something like that, and then preface it with trigger warning. This is really horrible, and I'm gonna really kind of skewer it. But just be honest about what you're listening to. If it doesn't strike you, don't do the standby. Oh no, oh no. There's a couple people that do stuff like that. They do the same reaction to something they see on the TV or something they see on the video. A lot of times my reaction is, if I see something strange, I'm going to make a strange face. Sometimes you even see me I'll kind of do that, but I won't say anything. That's because I saw something that I wasn't exactly sure what I saw, and it was kind of, and I didn't stop it in time to go back and say, what was that? And then at the same time in my head going, just keep going and, take in the rest of the video. So, you can't be afraid. If you are confident in your ability to listen to a song and critique it musically, you can find constructive criticism to everything you listen to without sounding like you're bashing it. Like when I did I'm a Big Once, when I heard more and more English version, I said, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure if I like this. I said, it sounds like I'm listening to something that's slightly out of tune. And that's because I was so used to hearing the Korean version when I was hearing the English version, and me knowing that whenever you translate, you lose something in translation. The way things are interpreted and everything, you lose the way things are translated. It wasn't hitting with me right away. So I had to be honest. I had to say it's going to take me some getting used to. Even though I'm a big, huge Once and everything, it just took a little while for me to get into. Should they do another English version? My personal opinion, no. I really think that if you're going to do an English song, or maybe cater to more of an English audience, put more English in your song, but you got to have some Korean in there. Or I don't know, or just write an English song. They have English songs. What You're Waiting For Twice is a completely English song, and I love that song. It's awesome. It's on my playlist. And it's not on there because it's English. It's on there because it's a good song. So, just come out with an English song. It's okay. And so you don't have to hear that like it's slightly... It's even hearing the Japanese version of songs. You go, a little off, But me not knowing any Japanese, maybe I can kind of handle it a little bit better than something in English and going, that just doesn't seem quite right. I love Blackpink, but like 2021, more 21 is Blackpink older sister group. Sadly, they broke up. I am going to be launching a 21 series, listening to their first song all the way up to their last. So I'm going to be launching that. So keep an eye out for that, because that's the next group I want to do, to start reacting to them from the beginning. Baby Vox and 21 and 21 to Blackpink. But let's be honest, almost everyone has an edgy side nowadays. Yeah, there's a. It's also fun to show that different side. You don't have to do it all the time, but to kind of show a little bit of more of an edgy side. Like BTS in the beginning, surprisingly, was a kind of a rap group. And then they kind of switched over, but they kind of got a little bit away from that, and got more, kind of poppy. I still Blink though. I'm used to the songs like Ice Cream anyway, because of Stay and Playing with Fire era. I appreciate your honest reactions, though. You're respectful. I tried to be as respectful as I can, because the artists, they put in a lot of work to put out videos and to put music in front of us, and I want to respect the work that they put in. And I'm just going to say, if something doesn't sound like I'm not a fan of that, if part of a particular song, like I think Only One Of was a group I had just recently did a reaction for, and I liked the song, but in the chorus they dropped the bass line out, and I wasn't a big fan of that. Didn't ruin the song for me, but when I heard it, it almost like took the teeth out of the song. It sounded better when I saw it live. It's almost like they didn't drop the bass out of it when they did it on a live stage, but on the music video, when they did it on the music video, it just didn't strike me as something they needed to do in the chorus. It was like an unnecessary change for the sake of changing it. So they could have just left the bass line in, and I think it would have been better if they did. I just did Lovely's. I think it was Lovely's. New comeback, and there's a part in the song where they do a key change right in the middle. They just go up an octave. They do go up a key. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. I haven't heard it more than once. I just heard that one reaction. I haven't heard it again. But all the other, all the rest of the song I liked. But I said in the reaction, I said I'm not exactly sure how to take the key change, but gutsy nonetheless. So you could be respectful in giving your honest reaction, and then also, gushing when you need to. Because when I reacted to Dreamcatcher's live stage, I was just gushing all over the place, just loving it, and I wasn't afraid to show it. But even with Luna and reacting to Luna, not knowing that after the second time I reacted to Luna, saying that Luna's like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get. I approach reacting to Luna a whole lot more like mentally, getting my headspace into digesting what I'm looking at, because their themes are throughout, their animal and their color is really out throughout their videos, especially in their solos. So, really paying attention to what's going on, and not, just hearing something and just dismissing it right away. Just really kind of understanding what they're trying to do as a group. And like G-Friend, what they're trying to do as a group, accentuating their strengths. What Monster X is doing, as a group, accentuating their strengths, going to their keys. Saying Twice introduced me into K-pop. I saw Twice Fanfare from a random anime meme compilation. Fanfare for me was, I guess, the first comeback that I had with Twice, and it was like, I was kind of thrown off because it came out without much fanfare. So I wasn't, come to find out, I guess it was a Japanese song or something they released more for the Japanese market. I like the song, upbeat, love it. I can actually imagine it being played at the Super Bowl during a halftime show. Them performing that and Touchdown, perfect song for a Super Bowl halftime show. Just fits right, right into that.
You can really fall down a huge rabbit hole with the Lunaverse. It's extremely smart. It's cerebral. I love it when people are very cerebral in the way. And Dreamcatcher does that. Dream Theater, which is a progressive rock group that I listen to, they're very cerebral too. Everything kind of just links together. A lot of bands do that, link a lot of things together in like a smart like way. Even with Twice, you take a look at Twice's videos, you think that Twice is pretty shallow. From Cheer Up On, there's callbacks to their future videos and previous videos throughout their whole entire discography and music videos. You'll see callbacks to some of the dance moves. You'll see callbacks to some scenes. You'll see callbacks to some to kind of remember, oh, that was in Signal, or that was in Knock Knock, or that was in this or that or whatever. Just kind of just saying, hey, remember when you watched all those videos? See that? If you see that in this video, you'll recognize that from a previous video. And it's a rewarding thing. It's like watching the Avengers when they put all those movies together. And why DC, on the other hand, did not do so well. You want the payoff, the investment to learning everything about something. You want the fans to get the payoff, to know what's going on, when they come out with a music video or they come out with a movie or whatever, to get the payoff to go, that's so-and-so, and this is why this, and that's so-and-so, and this is why this. In Heartbreaker, that's why Sana is hugging everybody, because anybody who's a Twice fan knows that she just loves to hug everybody. In Dreamcatcher, how, the theme of bullying from Scream on just carries through the tree of knowledge that you see in the beginning of Boca, and everything is that callback to you watching Scream, knowing what's going on with the masked dancer and in Scream and and what's happening in Deja Vu and the movie, and even in Boca, seeing the mask still making an appearance, not so much in the forefront where you're beating a gimmick to death and you're going, oh, here goes the mask again, we get it. It makes an appearance just for those people that know what it means. For the member that Hung Dong, don't know if I'm saying it right, who is filming that reality TV show in China, and she's not with the group. It's just that nod that, okay, we're not forgetting, the seventh member of the group. And it's a payoff, because the fans, if you got smart fans will appreciate when they understand that how smart they are. And you're going to see things, because then you get to tell a new fan like me, that's what that means. And you go, oh, really? I didn't know that. You get to teach that person the lore. Because nothing is more exciting than a lore to something. It makes things more deep. It makes things more interesting. Just wait for Big Hits lore. G-Friend, BTS, and TXT's world combining. I don't know what that means. I feel dumb that I don't know what that means. I feel stupid. Educated brother. Lovelyz was actually going to have some of the ideas that eventually became Luna. Same A&R director who started both. That's interesting. I kind of got that feel a little bit when I was watching their video. YG, guy who made both Blackpink and 21, he called 21 the ugly group, so with Blackpink he wanted to make a very pretty group. I think that is really disrespectful to both groups, and that's true. And it shows in the way that they handle them. Nobody, if you're on TV, sorry, nobody is ugly. Right? Everyone is beautiful in their own way, and there's something out there for everybody. So, and it's not always about looks too, but we know in K-pop visuals are important. G-Friend's Glass Beat storyline appears in BTS and TXT, and it isn't coincidental, I guess. I'm going to have to check that out now. See, that's the thing, the lore that really kind of makes this whole thing fun for me, and why I do videos, and why I'm experimenting with this live stream here, very first one ever. It's fun to learn from groups. It's fun to learn about how the worlds connect and how the worlds kind of come together and all that stuff. It's content that makes things entertaining. It's a world, K-pop world, that you can really kind of get into, and it's okay to just fanboy and fangirl out about it because there's so much content for you to learn and to share with other people, and have fun enjoying and consuming. It's been a blast for me. I really appreciate everybody for really kind of just, you know, teaching me about this and then telling me about these new things that is really interesting, and I'm learning things like every single day. And I have so much content to put out now because of people who have said, try this, check this out, try this, check this out. And just down a rabbit hole of just enjoying the music, reacting, and putting content and sharing what my view is and my first reactions and everything into K-pop. So I guess this would be a good time to kind of end this one right here, because I think I could probably talk forever. So I really appreciate you guys. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with me on this live stream. Leave some more suggestions in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter, SideDownRock on Twitter. It's on the page. Hit in the DMs. Teach your brother something. Let me know what's going on. Educate me and everything. I enjoy getting to know everybody. Thank you for everybody who subscribed. I'm trying to get up to want to get up to 200 subscribers before the end of the month. Hopefully I'll get there. So it would be really cool to kind of get that base going. So check it out. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here with me.